Aloha, my name is Mayela, and I am a student at HPU. In this video, I will talk about the different types of functions that are available to use, but I will explain the common functions in spreadsheets, which are sum, count, and max, by showing you what they are and how are they used in real life, and exhibiting how these functions help you perform calculations efficiently. By the end of this video, you'll understand the common functions and how to use these functions in real situations. Let's get into it. What are functions? Well, functions are a built-in formula in a spreadsheet software, for example, Google Sheets. Remember, formulas and functions are not the same thing. Formulas are a custom expression that calculates a value, such as C3 plus D3, whereas a function is a built-in formula already available to use to perform specific tasks. In this case, functions help us perform calculations efficiently and automatically, meaning that instead of having to do the math or data by hand, you can use functions to save time and even reduce errors in your data. Keep in mind, some functions do math and some functions have other actions that are not mathematical. A function always starts with an equal sign, followed by the function name and the range of cells that you want to calculate or include. There are a total of 9 functions: sum, count, average, max, minimum, square root, today, now, and the if function. Functions are categorized by the context where they are used, for example, statistical, date functions, or etc. Now let's take a closer look at 3 commonly used functions. We will begin with the sum function. The sum function is used to add numbers together within a specified range. Instead of having to add values one by one, the sum function allows us to calculate the values you want instantly. For example, say if you have a list of expenses that you want to track, like gas, rent, and groceries, you can use the sum function to find the total amount spent. In spreadsheets, you would type the equal sign, then type in sum, and select or type the range of cells. The sum function saves you time and helps us reduce errors. Now, let's talk about the count function. The count function is used to count how many cells contain numbers. This does include dates. To keep in mind, the count function will ignore text and empty cells. Otherwise, this function is helpful when you want to know how many data points or entries you have. For example, as a future educator, I may use the count function to see how many students submitted their test scores. To use the count function, you would type the equal sign, followed by count, and then the range of cells. This represents my student submissions, and say if I want to see if they submitted their recent assignments, this is the function I would use. This function is helpful when you want to quickly see how much data you have, especially when you also have empty cells or text. Finally, let's take a look at the max function. The max function is used to find the highest number in a group of values. So instead of trying to look through a list to find the highest value, the max function instantly shows you the highest value. For example, if you have a list of test scores, you can use the max function to find the highest score in the class. To use the max function, you type in the equal sign, parentheses, then max, followed by the range of the numbers. To end this video, the sum, count, and max are the commonly used functions that help make working with data easier and efficiently. To review what you learned, you should have understood that the sum function helps you add numbers in the specified range that you want. The count function tells you how many number values you have in a specified range. And finally, the max function, which finds the highest value in a group. These functions are used in various personal real-life situations such as tracking grades, budgeting money, and analyzing data. Learning how to use these functions is a vital skill that can help you stay efficient and organized.